So we were discussing lipid. Now we just came to their classification. Just a classification. We know lipids 1 to 3: simple, conjugated plus tri. Simple have two vexes. Conjugated have lipid plus x. X here, which means you can add anything. Not anything, but some like lipoprotein. Lipoprotein, that's chromolipid, glycolipid, lecithin would be the example. Lecithin or any X I've just written, dried of steroids and prostaglandin. So if I just make a basic glycerol structure and the fat which is simply divided, or the structure we make, fat would be composition of glycerol plus fatty acid. We know that lipid is not a polymer, it's a monomer, but it's a diverse group, so we just don't have any specific, but still fatty acid we do write that this is part of this one lipids. So when we make the structure looks like, let me just make a little green. So the structure you will see would be this one: simply glycerol structure, glycerol plus fatty acid. Here this is the carboxylic group, and in lipid you see there's the bond which is ester bond or CC linkage. So what does this mean? I'm going to discuss. Okay, so here you will see this OH with this H would be removed. One here the same. This is COOH carboxylic group, by the way. These three, this means when you see one H plus H and O, H2, this means that 2H2 and O, and H2 are known as water. So we can say that the three molecules of water have been released. Water released. So now you will see one more thing. I'm just making a one from them. You will see that H, which is bond with carbon. Now if these all are removed, now this O, like which is oxygen, it will make bond, and now this bond you see between these both, this bond would be known as ester bond. Ester bond. Okay, then you see one more thing, that this is also known as radial R1 group. This is radial R2 group. R2 group of lipid. This is R3. Okay, then you will see that this is known as monoglyceride. Monoglyceride. This will be known as disaccharide. This would be known as triglyceride. Triglyceride. Okay, so yes, this was the concept. Then you will see that fatty acid are of two types. Oh god, sorry, I'm bad. So I just made this structure here, just the ester bond between them. So you will see fatty acid, which are of two types: saturated and unsaturated. And unsaturated. Okay, so you will see that saturated, which means they have the single bond. Unsaturated, this means they have double bond. It could be more than that, but not less than this one. It must have a double bond between them. And this, you will see that the melting point, like they are solid at room temperature and they are liquid at room temperature. So if you'll see a melting point, this means the anything which is more hard in their shape structure, that would be high